What's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome to my first set coming to you live. This is the first ever Charlie Bidgood Tight 5 coming to you live from the Charlie Bidgood Incel Dome. Ladies and gentlemen in the back, give it up for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And down from the front, motherfucker in a hoodie.
Boo.
I know you're about to try punk my ass. I'm not going to do any crowd work. As a result, thank you for ruining it for everyone. So,
Ask me about my well-prepared
I'm coming to you
anecdote.
here live from, as I said, the Charlie Bidgood Incel Dome. And I wanted to speak to you guys about just a little anecdote that really reflects a lot of the flaws with today's society, because it really tells us one thing. Crime always pays, but not in the way that you might think. So, many, many years ago, I was but a wee lifeguard. And one year, we had an incident at Eastern Beach in Geelong. And this was a day that I was working, and I was out there doing my thing. I was sitting down at the kiddie pool, just there, ever vigilant. I was looking for any babes, any blokes, anyone worth their salt in attractiveness. But I was also, of course, on the lookout for drowning kiddies. But there was one thing that I should have been perhaps paying attention to a bit more, and that was a man in his 40s. So everything was going fine, all well and good, until a woman comes up to me and goes, "Excuse me, you the lifeguard?" I'm like, "Yes," in my bright red and yellow lifeguard uniform that I had to wear at all times. Could never go shirtless, could never flex, could never have any fucking fun. Thanks, Lifesaving Victoria. But while I was talking to this woman, she's like, maybe you should go over and check on a man. There's a man who's seemingly doing some devious things. And she didn't say devious things, but I'm gonna let the imagination wander with the audience. And so I come over to this man. I find someone matching his description. And the most important thing matching this description was the fact that he was not wearing underpants. And he sees me, looks me dead in the eye, and at that point he strips fully naked and runs. And the way that the beach that I'm at is arranged makes it so that, imagine that those closest to the camera, you guys are the kiddie pool, and then you come here and there's like a little kind of wooden pontoon horseshoe shaped thing that comes out, and there's some water and a beach down here, and then out the back it goes into what is essentially just a large bay full of shipping channels, which ideally that's not where I want to spend my Friday 3 o'clock. Anyway, as it so happens, this man runs away, jumps over the back, swims out into the ocean. And so, not only do I need to chase after this man, but I need to call the water police. So I call the water police. Yep, we're on our way. Da-da-da-da. And they ask me to go out and just make sure that this man doesn't die, because hell hath no fury like a Karen who has just seen a man in his 40s balls. Hell, I guess, really hath no fury like that. I don't even know if I'm recording. As it turns out, hell hath no fury like a Karen who has just seen a 40-year-old man's balls. And so as I am going out, I grab a rescue board and I get some cheers of make sure that he gets what he deserves. Okay, he's a pedophile. I bet he's going to prison. And I bet he also deserves it. So, as it happens, I'm paddling out the back, jump out, get on the board, and I'm going out to just monitor this man until the water police come. So eventually they do. As it turns out, the water police were the only thing that got anywhere close to coming that day, despite that man's best wishes. And so, as they arrive, they're having a lot of trouble getting this man into a position where it can be put into this basically rubber dinghy. And so a rubber dinghy, you've seen them, you know them. They've got the rope around the side of the dinghy itself to grab onto and all that kind of stuff. And so this man, I kind of need to like push him up a little bit. And then it goes from bad to worse because he gets nothing but his 11th finger, his third leg, his penis stuck in the rope of this of this dinghy, essentially. And so I'm now wrangling a man who's got his penis stuck in a rope onto a dinghy that is piloted by the police. And so eventually he kind of flops in, lands on his back, turtles. And honestly, I can say with no doubt in my mind that was the worst ever Friday 3 p.m. I've ever had. And that is until it gets slightly better, because this is what I mean by crime always pays. They pay me. They pay me. I had to go in and file a police report. I got paid 4 hours because the minimum pay period for this life-saving company I worked for is 3 hours. I was then given drive time because I had to drive. And so I ended up walking away with 4 hours pay for doing absolutely nothing and getting this story. But yet another wrinkle of how crime always pays is this is not my story. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a story of a fellow lifeguard. But guess who's making a buck off this story? It's me, Charlie, coming to you live once again from the Incel Dome. That is all from me. I hope you enjoyed my Tight 5. Please be nice in the comments and make sure you hit subscribe.